has nothing to do with religion. The more you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you.
According to the news, it says, Nnamdi Kanu sends message to ex-US Mayor Mike Arnold, pledges IPOB support. So Kanu has sent this message to him, and this message was delivered on the 25th day of April 2026. Now we are going to look into this message to know what really is Nnamdi Kanu thanking him for, and what is that thing that he is about to do. Please, I beg you to stay with me, because there is a lot we are going to learn from this video. And if this is your first time coming across my video on my channel, please, I beg you, do well to subscribe. Now, let's get down to this news quickly. According to this news, it says, the imprisoned leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has conveyed a message of appreciation to a former United States Mayor, Mike Arnold, commending his effort in shedding light on the truth about him and his IPOB movement. Nnamdi Kanu is thanking him for what? For shedding light about him and his IPOB movement. According to this news, he went further to say, the message was made public on Saturday by Kanu's legal counsel, Aloy Ejimako, who stated that he had been instructed to deliver the statement verbatim. So Aloy Ejimako said that he is delivering the message that Nnamdi Kanu asked him to deliver. Okay? In the message addressed directly to Arnold, Kanu expressed admiration for what he described as a real commitment to truth in the face of prevailing narratives. So Nnamdi Kanu is thanking Mike Arnold for standing strong even in the face of obstacles. All right? He went further to say, the statement read, "Dear Mike, I am writing to acknowledge your remarkable effort in shedding light on the truth about me and my people. Your commitment to the truth is commendable, and I often wonder how different things would be if more voices like yours had spoken up sooner." So Nnamdi Kanu is thanking him and saying what would have been if more people like him have spoken up. Okay, he went further to say, Kanu further assured Arnold of the backing of both himself and the indigenous people of Biafra, a group he leads, adding a note of spiritual goodwill. Nnamdi Kanu also prayed for him. Let's look at the prayer. You can count on the support of the indigenous people of Biafra and myself. May Elohim guide and protect you always. Thank you, IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, Nnamdi Kanu will always pray, may Elohim be with you. And once again, he has sent that goodwill message to Mike Arnold. All right. The development comes amid ongoing legal and political tensions surrounding Kanu's detention, which has continued to draw attention both locally and internationally. Of course, Kanu's, case has drawn, both local and international attention. So people internationally are talking about him now. Some reporters had reported that IPOB applauded American fact finder Mike Arnold and members of the United States Congress for a bold intervention on killings in Nigeria and their backing of genocide claims in the country. Okay, so IPOB is thanking them. IPOB renewed its call for a United Nations supervised referendum on Biafran's independence. IPOB is still saying that what they want, or what they are calling, is a supervised referendum on Biafran independence. Okay, in a statement issued on Thursday and signed by its spokesperson, Emma Powerful, the group said it warmly commends Mr. Mike Arnold and the courageous members of the United States Congress for their timely and fearless intervention in exposing the unfolding catastrophe in Nigeria. So IPOB is thanking Mike Arnold and also thanking some U.S. Congress members for their bold step in speaking up on what is happening in Nigeria. IPOB added, your bold stand has pierced the veil of international silence and complicity that has long shaded the systematic slaughter of Judeo-Christian communities across Nigeria. So IPOB is thanking Mike Arnold the more. Please, I beg you to stay with me. The group claimed that warnings issued by its imprisoned leader, Nnamdi Kanu, were now materializing. They are saying that all the things that Nnamdi Kanu said is now coming to pass. We make no apology for stating the obvious. Every prophecy uttered by our leader, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, is coming to pass with clinical precision, Powerful said. So, Ima Powerful, the spokesperson for IPOB, is saying that everything that Nnamdi Kanu said is coming to pass. Is coming to pass. All right, and of course, it is true. Okay, IPOB further decried widespread killings across parts of the country, saying the handwriting is no longer on the wall. It is written in the blood of thousands of defenseless men, women, and children massacred across the Middle Belt, Southern Kaduna, Plateau, Benue, and increasingly in Yoruba land. So they're saying that, come on, these things are no longer things that should be hidden. It is everywhere. You go to media, you see videos, you see news that people, thousands of people are being killed every day, especially in northern Nigeria, and of course, increasingly in Yoruba land. They are gradually coming to Yoruba land. Okay, describing parts of Nigeria as overrun, IPOB said the Middle Belt has fallen. Yoruba land is being systematically overrun by killer herdsmen. So they are saying that gradually these killers are coming to Yoruba land, while some of our Yoruba brethren are here shouting 2027, and their people are going down. Unfortunately, only biafran land, under the visionary leadership of Nnamdi Kanu and the gallant effort of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, remains a fortress impervious to the Fulani rampage that has turned vast swaths of Nigeria into killing field. Okay, IPOB expressed gratitude to Arnold and US lawmakers, saying thank you for standing tall as true sons of America and defenders of justice. Okay, your intervention has vindicated the Biafran struggle and amplified our cry for freedom before the concerns of the world. So IPOB thanked Mike Arnold, and also they began by saying that it is, did you hear what they said? Only Biafra land, under the visionary leadership of Nnamdi Kanu and the gallant effort of ESN, that it is only ESN and IPOB had kept Fulani away from Biafra land. That if not IPOB, if not ESN, according to them, that Fulani herdsmen would have taken over Biafra land. But because of the gallant, according to them, the gallant effort of Eastern Security Network, that they have kept Fulani herdsmen away from Biafra land. And is that true? Okay, so IPOB insisted that its singular demand remains a peaceful international supervised referendum for the people of Biafra to decide their political destiny. So IPOB is making it clear once again that what they are demanding is just one thing, that UN should come and supervise a referendum for the people of Biafra to decide if they want to be in Nigeria or if they want to be a country of their own. According to IPOB in this news, they say that is the only demand they are making. Okay, so let's see this. Please stay with me. The only path to peace, a UN supervised referendum. Let it be stated clearly and without equivocation. The singular demand of IPOB remains a peaceful international supervised referendum for the people of Biafra to decide their political destiny, IPOB stated. They are saying it again, that the only thing they are demanding is a UN supervised referendum. This is not negotiable. It is the only civilized, lawful, and sustainable solution capable of halting the circle of bloodshed and preventing Nigerians' total collapse. They say that referendum is not negotiable, that is the only thing they want. Otherwise, according to them, that Nigeria will collapse the more. All right. Any attempt to suppress this legitimate demand through military force, propaganda, or intimidation will only accelerate the very disintegration that sensible voices now fear. Okay, Arnold, an American investigator who recently led a fact-finding delegation to Nigeria in October 2025, has been at the center of growing international attention over Nigerian security situation. So they are saying that, come on, that any attempt, IPOB is saying, that any attempt by the Nigerian government to suppress this demand by IPOB, whether through military force, whether through intimidation, whether through propaganda, that any effort in any way to suppress that demand, that it will lead to, more disintegration, that, when people hear, they will say, no, Nigeria is not it. So on a very final note, this message went further to say, speaking after meetings with U.S. policymakers, including Ted Cruz and Chip Roy in 2025, Arnold warned of what he described as a pattern of targeted violence. Okay, the campaign of violence and displacement in northern and middle belt Nigeria does indeed constitute a calculated, current, and long-running genocide against Christian communities and other religious minorities without any reasonable doubt, he stated. Okay, he added, the term farmer header clashes is in many instances today cynical doublespeak. Now, villages are systematically razed, churches leveled, and tens of thousands are dead. Arnold also cautioned that continued denial of the situation could worsen the crisis, saying to continue to deny this is to be complicit with these atrocities. So Mike Arnold is saying it boldly, that for the government to continue deny that there is no genocide in Nigeria, it simply means that they are complicit of these atrocities. So the only thing they need to do is to accept it the way it is, according to Mike Arnold. So that is it. First, Nnamdi Kanu thanked him for what he has done and what he's about to do more. And Nnamdi Kanu also assured him of support from him and his supporters. All right. And secondly, POB also went further to reaffirm their demand, that their demand is just one thing. They want a UN supervised referendum for the people of Biafra to decide or to know if Biafrans want to stay in Nigeria or they want to be on their own. Of course, we know that Biafra was there before Nigeria, but unfortunately something happened, and Biafra became part of Nigeria. And now the people of Biafra are saying that we don't want to be part of you again. We want to be on our own because you forced us to be with you. So that is just the news. Now I want to beg you to pay very close attention to this video I want to play for you. It's a very short video, but it has a lot of message to pass to us. Please, I beg you to listen to it. Then you drop your comment in the comment section what you think about this news, please.
Allah, let me tell you something, Tinubu, between God and man. Allah release this man. Release this man. This is the only man that has solution to this madness, that have seen this madness before it even start happening. I am telling you, forget about it. Well, this time around, I'm going to be brutal with the fact I don't care about tomorrow, seriously. Tomorrow now God honey day. But sincerely speaking, check it globally, everywhere in the world. Wherever you see the manifestation of this Stone Age ideology and radicalism, there is nothing that has ever addressed it apart from equal strength. And why am I saying release this man? This is the only man. In short, this is the only region. The Igbo region is the only region that has the equal strength to match this equal madness. And to some certain extent, it's not even matching equal madness, because the madness of these people is beyond even that madness that you find even in the northeast, in the southeast. Apologies to the lives that has been lost, even if now my relative lives that has been lost in the course of the southeast ideology. But I am telling you, the Southeast ideology was an invention of necessity. Between God and man, invention of necessity, not born out of mirage, not born out of a stupid God that cannot fight and defend himself. A stupid God that capitalizes on people to actually fight for him and to ensure that everybody does things according to the monkey God. I am telling you, that is just it. No amount of preaching, no amount of anything you will ever say. But the fact is, you are actually supposed to take the giant step, but you can't. Why? Because politics is at stake here. It's understandable. Politics is at stake because you need to remain relevant. I don't know whatever you're pushing, but the fact is, the Oduduwa is getting strengthened day by day under you. Take it or leave it. But the fact is, what now becomes of people that are not of Oduduwa and other descent? Why do I say these people are the only people that have the strength to match this? They equally treat things as it happens, not ruling out the fact that there are other criminalities that are associated with them. But I am telling you, this madness can only be addressed with madness. And if so be it that lives will be lost as a result of this, let lives be lost. Provided that at the end of the day, there is a hope, and the fact that somebody stood fighting for something till his last breath and nothing more. But if you think with all this madness you have a solution around it, there is no solution around it. The North doesn't have a solution around it. The good Muslims doesn't have a solution around it. Because by the time they do that now, in short, these people are ready to unalive any northerner not minding his religion, as long as you oppose this. I am telling you this sincerely. And the Yorubas are actually being liberal, political with the truth. We are all one, we are whatever. But at the end of the day, it's gradually affecting them too. But I understand the concept and the move you are doing to ensure this. But the fact is, if liberality is saving the Yoruba land, liberality doesn't save the Middle Belterners that are the worst victim of this. Liberality doesn't save the Igbo man too. Liberality very soon will not even save the Niger Deltans. That is just it. And that is the reality. So, you have to allow madness to match madness for these things to be addressed. What do you call this a country? For God's sake. And I hope the global world is paying attention to this. Is paying attention to this. Nigeria, a country of particular concern, where you have two ideologies actually deciding the fate of a nation. You have the radical Islamic ideology that is all about Sharia. And you now have the constitution that is supposed to bind everybody. And you now have a sitting president presiding over this kind of a nation. And is bounded. I don't know what is actually binding you. Is it the Sharia or the constitution of the federation? It's so unbelievable. And I am telling you, till everybody confront this thing realistically, Allah, Nigeria is not going anywhere. Take it from me. Allah, between God and man, Nigeria is not going anywhere. And nothing will change. The fact is,
look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is there land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. The Hausa people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who's an emir in the north? The answer is no. Look at Yoruba land, the Lorin. Yoruba, how did you lose a Lorin? You lost a Lorin because somebody thought or felt that by aligning himself with what he felt was a superior Fulani force, he can defeat his own people. Afonja, what happened? As a result of that miscalculation, the great Yoruba race lost a Lorin to Fulani Caliphate. That is why in a Lorin you have an emir of a Lorin, not an Oba of a Lorin, answerable to Sokoto. That is where Lai Muhammad comes from. You can see them. Sokoto slaves in Yoruba land. When I say it's not religion, it has nothing to do with religion. The more you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken